Welcome back to Soda City Live, everyone. We are still in the kitchen with Chef John Cooper of Alodia's. That's an Italian restaurant in Lexington. He was one of 3 chefs that competed in the World Food Championship in Houston, Texas, but the only chef who had competed 2 years in a row. And today he is sharing tips on how to make a winter steak. So before the break, he was giving us some tips on how to make the perfect steak. I've learned something myself that I'm going to use in the future. Do not start with your pan on super high heat, and make sure that you have seasonings and sauces that complement each other. And there are some other ways that you can make sure that you have that winter feel. You talked about using sage, and then I like the red pepper that's given the texture of caviar, but red pepper.
And you can find the agar to make red pepper caviar or any kind of caviar at Rosewood Market.
Nice. Okay, good. Staying local. All right, so our steak has been prepped, and also you had some shaved Parmesan that we put in the oven at 400 degrees.
400 degrees for 3 minutes.
For 3 minutes. And so what's next?
So next we're just going to plate up. And the thing about using different sauces is you can complement and have different colors on your palate and all that stuff. So we're going to start with this wild berry gastrique or balsamic berry reduction, however you want to play it. And you see we're nice and velvety smooth. We're going to lay it down right there. And then I like to use this tool. It kind of gives you a nice swoop around the plate.
Okay.
And then we will take our farro and we'll put it down right on the plate.
And so for people who may have missed what farro is, could you explain to our viewers again?
Farro is a grain. It's an ancient grain similar to barley or wheat. And if you look at it, it kind of gives you the honey smack cereal kind of feel.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. And so all we have in there is just cooking it with some water, 2 to 1 from dry, and we've put some sausage and other aromatics in there, some lemon juice and butter.
Nice, okay.
And then we can cut our steak that has been resting. With a sharp knife, we'll cut it just on a bias.
Do you always suggest to have your steak to rest for a period of time, and if so,
Absolutely.
why?
We want our juices to not flow out all over the plate, if we're, especially if we're going to cut it. And then whenever you cut it, we don't want you to just have a pool of blood. That's all the flavor that we're looking for.
Okay.
And so we're just going to take this hanger steak, we're going to put it right over top, and then we can take this red pepper caviar that I prepared, and we can just put it right over the plate anywhere, and look at that shine.
That looks great.
And it only tastes like red pepper, so I call it red pepper caviar, but it's just red pepper and water. That's it.
We love a plate that has different colors too.
We want
I think
colors.
presentation is so important.
We eat with our eyes first, and you know, everyone loves art, and food is a culinary art. And that being said, we want everything to look like it was done purposefully and eloquently.
Guys, I hope you see how easy he's moving with this. Like, this is second nature to him to do this. Very talented chef. While you're plating the food, tell us a little bit about your competition in Houston and just how that experience was for you.
It was actually in Dallas.
In Dallas, okay.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Okay, no, thank you for correcting us. So that's great, in Dallas.
It was great. I got a chance to cook alongside some of the best chefs in the world, and it's very, very inspiring to see all the creations. If you're given a task and what people just come up with, just like how I came up to make a tamale and do that in under 2 hours, how they saw me and how I see them. It's just mutual respect between everybody, and a lot of the same people from the year prior were there, and so it was like a big reunion where they just saw me and they were like, "Oh my God, I remember you from last year and you placed," and I was like, "Oh, that's awesome." And so I got to network and connect with a lot of people, and Chris Williams from Roy's Grill in Irma, they're opening up on Thursday at their new location, and he placed top 5 in sandwich. He had help from my sous chefs, and they had a blast, and we all had a great time.
Well, great. Well, congratulations to you for doing that. All the way in Dallas, Texas, spreading your creativity and your knowledge of food that we get to have right here at home. So tell people again where they can find you, at which restaurant, and just any specials that you have going on.
You can find me primarily at Lexington, Alodia's, right on 101 West Main Street. And this is our winter steak. We'll be running this for the colder days and maybe a little bit after Christmas. And we change specials all the time, and we just released a new menu. We have quail. We have a lot of new fun things that I think everyone will enjoy.
Well, Chef, thank you so much. I'm going to pull the plate right here so we can show the final product on our screen, so you can see at home how you can make a fancy winter steak for the holidays. Your family is going to love this. Cannot wait to try.